Hey guys, welcome back to some more AFK Arena. Today we're over on the YouTube account and we are going through the furniture tier list. Now this is a little bit of a different format, but overall guys, when it comes to the furniture for heroes, you can go ahead and strengthen the furniture. I do not recommend it just for the sheer fact that there is an incredible amount of heroes that do need furniture, and a lot of them do need that 9 of 9 furniture to perform exceptionally well. So I'm going to run through the tier list, and I'm actually going to do two versions of this, guys. Number one is going to be the 9 of 9 furniture, kind of so you can tier who you want to build when you're building out that furniture, especially when you're getting a little bit higher. Now, there are a lot of heroes that do incredibly well with the 3 of 9 furniture that do not require that 9 of 9 furniture to really be built out. So let's go ahead and have a look at the list. All right, guys, so here we are back on Tier Maker. Again, this is the 9 of 9 furniture list. Now, of course, there are a lot of heroes you see on here that are a really big priority when it comes to the 9 of 9. Now, as you start getting a little bit further down the list, which we'll run through them, you'll see that 3 of 9 for some of these heroes do incredibly well. They don't need the 9 of 9. Again, this list is specifically focused on those 9 of 9 heroes when it comes to the furniture. So again, you can take the list like this with the tier list that we had for SIs, with the tier list for the heroes, kind of cross-reference everything, put it together, which I'm going to try in an attempt to kind of put it together in a master list, which I know is going to be incredibly difficult, but let's run through this, guys. So looking at the priority heroes, now a lot of these heroes going through here do not work incredibly well without the furniture. First off is probably one of the biggest one, guys, is Ulna. Ulna's 9 of 9 furniture, of course, gives her immunity to the opposing hero. It is really the biggest one. You don't even need the engraving on her. Plus 20 signature item would work. 30 works well. But overall, guys, 9 of 9 furniture, absolutely a priority. Probably one of the biggest priorities, guys, when you get Ulna to Ascended is building out the furniture. Now, same with Merlin, huge when it comes to building out that furniture, guys. Super important. He is in so many comps and meta comps through every single game mode because of the damage mitigation. His cheat death ability and his healing ability is really solid. Now, Oden, of course, we have the damage when it comes to the furniture. You want to amplify the damage. Again, he runs best in slot in a lot of different formations. When you look at Mishka, the 9 of 9 furniture, of course, is going to provide not only that with the plus 60 engraving, you get the shielding, but overall, the 9 of 9 furniture is going to provide the wolves. If the wolf dies, I believe she ults is the 9 of 9. Again, we're going through this, kind of doing it by memory, guys. Scarlet, of course, has the extra damage. So with that 9 of 9 furniture, it gives her I believe it is 8 extra bolts that she does, so her damage amplification just goes through the roof. Now, Lucretia, it is the survivability that we have with her. She actually gets a couple different buffs depending where she's at, and I believe with this one, it is the backline buffs. There's 2 different skulls that she does get some buffs on, so it gives her a lot of buffs, and I believe that might be the ability, but I believe the Hellfire ability is permanent with her. If I'm remembering correctly, I think it is that the permanency when it comes to her skills that goes permanent with that 9 of 9. Now, Ainz, of course, is just the sheer damage monster. As much as we've talked about, guys, with Ainz kind of falling a little bit further down the tier list, Ainz is still super, super prevalent in a ton of areas of AFK Arena because he is still very easy to get. If you're garrisoning or if you're borrowing the copy, he will still work incredibly well. Now, same with Grez, that 9 of 9, I believe that is what provides the shields to the minions. When the shield breaks, that actually is what does and provides Grez with an incredible amount of damage. Now, the Awaken Heroes kind of speak for themselves, guys. For the 9 of 9, for Belinda, for Brutus, also for Baden right there, also for Thane. The 9 of 9, of course, unlocks those skills and abilities they possess with the furniture. So not only do you get additional stats from getting the furniture, but you also strengthen the heroes themselves because it unlocks those skills. Now, 9 of 9 with Anastasia is, of course, the survivability issues that we see. Big priority to build her out. Palmer, of course, raising the amplification with that 9 of 9, again, super important. Silas, I believe, it's not the damage that he boosts. That's from the signature item. It's the back line. I believe now the damage that he provides, the boost, goes to ranged heroes as well, is what I believe, if I remember again correctly, what it is. Even looking here at Halos, again, 9 of 9, E60 is huge for Halos. Provides a really big buff. I believe that's the cube starts when you enter battle. Mulan, of course, that is her ultimate ability when she comes in, which is huge. For Grez, it is the invade. Greg is the Screg is the invade team. I think I might have called him Grez. Screg is the invade team. Absolutely, guys. 3 of 9, 9 of 9 on him. The 9 of 9 will provide the energy when he goes onto the enemy side or when your heroes go on the enemy side. And then there we have Gineas, guys. Gineas provides a shield which does a damage buffer or a damage amplification and also a damage reduction when he comes on battle with the 9 of 9, guys. It's huge, especially for the role that he plays as a tank. Absolutely building up that 9 of 9. So the rest of these I'm going to run through just a little bit quicker. So we have Leonardo, of course, with the crowd control. We have the buffs that we see with Solus. Zap, of course, is the crowd control. Joan, I believe, is the standard. Even looking heroes like Aziz, guys, with the ground burn, things of that nature. Hodgkin with the buffs. We also have, again, these heroes are really great with the 9 of 9 after you have a couple of these priority heroes built. Now, also remember, guys, when it comes to these lists, it is going to be very important when you look at prioritizing the heroes, because chances are a majority of these heroes will line up pretty well with tier lists, but they're not going to line up exactly with tier lists. So when you, again, you kind of look at the guide in its entirety from this top priority group and this great group, chances are you're going to be building, because remember, we have 10 slots within the Oak Inn, but the chances are you're going to be building a couple different heroes from both of them, and possibly even looking at the decent heroes down here, which again do provide a lot, but has less of an impact kind of when it comes to that 9 of 9. So again, running through here, guys, Ezio, of course, with the energy boost in there. We have Estrilda, of course, which gets a, I believe it is the attack duration in there. So just going through a couple of them. Karen, of course, the ultimate ability, guys. Orthos, we have the time stop in there. Beguile ability that we have on Namora. Even looking heroes like Tamaris with that 9 of 9 furniture provides the attack base with the enthusiasm on there, which is super important. Rem, of course, it is the damage. She is just a monster when it comes to damage. And then we have the awakened version of Athalia. Now, overall, with her 9 of 9 furniture, I believe it's a little bit of a damage reduction, but again, with the damage reduction, it is kind of situational. I know there are stats added in there, but again, it can be a little bit situational, which is the reason why it is not the #1 priority. Some of the priority heroes do not essentially function without the 9 of 9 furniture in there. Now, looking at our decent category, now a lot of these heroes still see a significant amount of utility through AFK Arena, which is the big reason why they kind of fall in the decent category. Even looking here, guys, Thorn has the double retaliation. We have some crowd control, some damage mitigation from Sonya. Drez is really needs that 9 of 9 furniture, just for the simple fact that that is where his damage comes from. However, with that being said, Drez is not really being used a lot of places anymore. Even looking at like Saurus with the buffs that he provides, 9 of 9 furniture on him is huge because it is the functionality, but he's not used a ton of places within an AFK Arena. So even if you had, the plus 30 signature item, the 9 of 9 furniture, any of his furniture gives him a damage reduction. That's right, it is the damage reduction on there. But looking at Peanut, it is going to be the damage. We have some damage mitigation from Hendrik built right in there. Frampton is going to be the flames. Fresnar, of course, is going to be a lot more damage, survivability aspect. And then continuing down, this is kind of the situational. I usually kind of reserve this for tower heroes, but even looking like we have Albedo in here. Now the 3 of 9 for Albedo is an absolute 100% priority because that gives her the immunity. The damage reduction is situational when it comes to the 9 of 9, but even looking just a quick run through a couple of the heroes in here. Arthur, again, kind of situational 9 of 9. And you'll also notice, just like we've seen with some of the decent heroes, these heroes are not seeing a lot of play within AFK Arena. Even like the Mahira comp, it works without the furniture. You don't need the furniture. Even Gorvo with the shielding aspect, again, don't need the 9 of 9 furniture. It is situational. Most of these heroes are run consistently within the tower, including big shout out to Peggy. Everyone tells me that Peggy is amazing with an E60, but again, I'm still not buying it because I have her built on one account. And then not needed. These are the heroes that really do not need the furniture at all. If you add in, a 3 of 9 on Rowan, again, it makes the heal go a little bit quicker, but overall not needed when you have a lot of other heroes. Even getting his engraving rather than having his furniture on there. And then Nara, Brutus, fundamentally, Khazard works, Brutus works without it. Majority of these heroes are in the tower or not present at all in AFK Arena. So I would not recommend by any means to really put any time and effort into building out their furniture. So I know we did the signature item. We did a couple of the class breakdowns with this tier maker. This is what I've had more people asking about than probably anything within AFK Arena. So I definitely wanted to get this out there. And like I said, guys, this is the 9 of 9 tier list. So it is not the 3 of 9. It is based on the 9 of 9 that you want to build the priority heroes for. So guys, that'll do it for today's video. Let me know in the comments what you guys think. And as always, thank you guys for watching.